expectations is really the what you say, like the gateway to get disappointed.
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes, doing what I love of life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to MattGron Talks. This is episode 184, and my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and here I share my scale-up journey building my company from nothing to something. And of course, with me as usual, my dear friend and co-host, the one and only Svea-Malina Landshoff.
Hi,
How are you doing, Svea?
I'm great as always. Already had a big walk in today. I like that. I discovered a new place here in the area. And yeah, I like that to start the days getting a little bit of fresh air and sunshine. It's very nice. So I'm in a good mood now. And welcome everyone to MattGron Talks. Number 184 already. This is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. If you're new here, that's what we do. And we actually do that every single week, 3 times. We have different episodes on Monday, Wednesday, and on Friday. And we do have a frame, and we have a whole framework in place. Mattias, do you want to introduce that to everyone who might be new here?
Yes, welcome guys. We have a framework in this show. So every Monday we talk about self-development, and I share all the things I'm learning, growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday we talk about things I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, scaling up my company. And then every Friday we talk about my weekly self-inventory, things that I could have done differently, what I have learned, and we are also celebrating the victories. So that's the show in a nutshell.
Thank you.
So what do we have on the agenda today, Svea?
Agenda today is, like you said, it's personal development, leadership, and I have a leadership topic today.
Oh,
and
right.
I want to talk about disappointment. So here's the thing. I guess, you being a leader, you've been doing it for quite some time. You're working with people, and I mean, people do mistakes, and maybe not everyone has always the best intentions. And I could imagine that sooner or later, you will be disappointed as a leader. So maybe you could share with us, like, what are some disappointments you had over the years? And maybe there are some things that happen over and over, something that you just have to deal with. Quite a lot. Is there something you have in mind?
Like what I think about when I hear disappointments or the topic disappointment. So I think in the first, I think to be disappointed, you need to have expectations. And I think the quality of my life is a result of my communication, and I think that's the first stepping stone, communication, to actually avoid disappointments. But I think today, on this perspective, I know that I need to look at myself and understand where I place the expectations. So, and I think over the years I have probably been most disappointed on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you see it from an interesting perspective, that which, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, because I know you put a lot of emphasis on self-reflection and things like that. But it's interesting that you were looking at it right away from your own perspective, and you say, okay, in order to be disappointed, you kind of have to look what my own expectations are, how I communicate, and that's very true. I agree with you. But I guess over time you have been...
disappointment is the first, if you are disappointed, you have, I have learned over time that that's the gateway to actually for me to go out and create drama in my life.
Yeah.
And I try to stay away from that. That's my, that's where I start today. And I'm just a human being. So of course I'm sometimes disappointed. But the thing is, like the way you brought the topic up, I would say, to be able to talk about it, I need to look at myself as a victim. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into that role and talk about drama or disappointments in my life. I think to be able to avoid it, I need to look at that topic more from a more responsible side.
Yeah. But it sounds like this is something you learned over time, right? It was a journey until you're here now, and you said now you don't want to, see yourself as a victim. Maybe now you reflect more and say, okay, maybe I didn't communicate this clearly, or my expectations were set too high, or I understand that. And
I would say the expectations, like when it goes wrong, is when I put, like expectations on myself that is out of proportion.
Okay. And
if I can do that on myself, I could probably do it. I can do it. I could do the same mistake with people in a relationship.
Yeah. And if now I'm like I know what you mean. Like now when I say if someone disappoints you, that kind of puts like you said, you in the I put you on the spot there. I put you in a role. I put you in the role of you being disappointed. I know what you mean. So now I'm trying to see how I formulate my question.
Like I could, you understand what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Then let's say maybe I'm not going to use disappointment here. I'm going to say when there are situations, you as a leader and some of your employees maybe didn't live up to the expectations that you had. How do you react in these situations as a leader when you realize, that there was something wrong? I expected a different outcome with someone. It doesn't have to be results only. It could also be maybe how a person behaves, and didn't expect that person to behave that way. How do you react when these things happen?
In 100 cases, you will react in 100 different ways.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's I don't have I don't have like a pre-programmed way to react with people.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's hypothetical. I don't know even if that's a word in English, but
I hear some things out there, what you said in the beginning, and also you said, and yes, I wanted to say that when you said earlier that, you're just a human in the end, and sometimes you might feel disappointed. I think this is a very important thing to say, and also I think a start that, we had this topic before, that even though if you're a leader and you're having a company, you're still also a human, and I think it's important to have room for all feelings. You can be angry, you can be disappointed, you can be sad. We also talked about, failure and things, you have these feelings, and I think it's important to acknowledge this. Okay, I'm disappointed, but then maybe take a step back. And I think important from my perspective is to not always react right away, like in the heat of the moment, like I'm disappointed, I'm mad or something. I think it's important to acknowledge this feeling, take a step back, and then, like you said, I think we are onto something, because you said right away in the beginning that then maybe you also not immediately start looking at the other people's side. You start looking actually on your side, and that I think is really important and something that most people don't do. I think for you it's kind of a thing that you automatically do, but honestly I feel many people just like to blame and look at the other side and say, oh, they didn't do this and this. But I feel your leadership is that way, that you think, okay, well, maybe I can start here and see, maybe this is something I didn't do right. But I mean, I think that can sometimes be the case, but I think a lot of times it's also that someone maybe just didn't deliver something, or maybe someone just didn't have the best intentions. And I think, unfortunately, that's a part of the game, right? Sometimes these things happen, and you might, realize at some point that people may be differently than you thought they were, or people just don't deliver what they promised. And yeah, I think it's important to look at both sides here and not only blame one person or yourself, but I feel that's a healthy perspective that you have there, to say, okay, I'm also going to look at myself here and see what kind of role I have in this.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But I mean, I think I also think like we are talking about like the best intentions, but I mean, to have the right team and the right people, I think it's super important that you believe in people. And I believe everyone has the best intentions to do good. And what I mean with my quality of life is a result of communication. Is like, as you said, I can look at myself and see if there's anything I can learn when there is some kind of a feeling of disappointment growing inside of me. And but I can see that if I look back over the years, like disappointment or expectations is really the what you say, like the gateway to get disappointed. Like when I put up uncommunicated expectations, because so many times I think that something should be like this, but I haven't really communicated that. I thought I did. And so you realize, like, okay, this was not the outcome or output that I wanted to see. So I think it's a big topic, and it also could stir up a lot of emotions, and that could affect a lot of other things in my life. And that's what I mean with quality.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I like that you said that when you're building your team, you assume that everyone has the best intentions, and I think that is important, because
if not, you have hired the wrong people. And then I'm kind of responsible for that as well. So
very true. Yeah. But I also feel, what's the point of building a team when you don't believe in it, right? I mean,
and then you need to act on that and solve that problem. I mean, you can't continue building a team if you don't believe in a person. So, and then you are just adapting to the situation, and you are not leading, right? So that's something else, I would say. It doesn't even have anything to do with a topic. Like, if a person doesn't if they don't have good intentions, then there's like another problem, I think.
Yeah, we have talked about that like some time ago. Like, I feel it's like 100 episodes ago or something, talked about, I think, toxic people in the workplace or something. I feel this is maybe more into that direction. But yeah, I like that, I sometimes say that you surprised me, that I think the topic's going to go this way and it's going this way. But like I said, I'm happy to hear that you are so... what's the term, like self-reflective, but I think that is something that's my personal takeaway here. Maybe next time I'm disappointed, maybe start with myself, because I also feel like, I mean, I wouldn't say like I automatically blame people, but I have to say I could probably also look a bit more on my side first. And I think it's something I take with me, with me today from what you shared there. So thank you for that. I learned something.
Thank you, Svea. Thank you.
No, I really mean it. I think I'm gonna do that more from now on. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a big topic.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, and you said that there are like 100 different situations, and now realize like the question was so open, it was kind of hard to answer. So I almost feel like I want to do more episodes about this, but in a specific context. You know, what would you do if this has happened? I think this is a great idea because, like you said, I think disappointment, expectations, communication, all this is really the core of
yeah. I mean, it's a big one. Expectations. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, expectations.
Where do we even start, right?
Like, yeah, exactly. I would say, like, especially, you know, I think sometimes we talk about, you know, self-love, like take care of myself, yourself, and this is a big topic for me because I know I could like put a lot of expectations on other people and a lot of expectation on myself, and that definitely affects my life quality. So
absolutely.
Yeah. All right,
then I would say it's called a wrap for today. And I'm gonna think about some specific scenarios that I can ask you about. And everyone out there, thank you for watching. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment. Also, if you have any ideas for future episodes, anything you would love to know about leadership, entrepreneurship, building a company, or Mattias, you know, he is a man of a lot of things. He likes gaming, he likes boxing, he's an entrepreneur, you know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but, you know, we would love to hear from you in the comments, and also ring the bell so you don't miss the next video, and give this video a like if you like it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. But I think that is that would be interesting to, like you said, actually look at specific situations and then connect this disappointment. Yeah, because I feel it's a very different thing if someone like an example you just did when we talked before, like when you said someone doesn't deliver, is a very different thing that someone than someone being, you know, toxic or actually purposefully doing something wrong, you know, versus someone maybe doing a mistake because they didn't know better. It's a big difference also on how you react and approach the situation, for sure. Yeah. Okay.
And how should you be able to be disappointed on anyone if they didn't know what kind of expectations you have?
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes people disappoint you and they don't even know that. Yeah, because they didn't know you had these expectations. Yeah.
And that's what I meant with the beginning of where we started. I said I can't really hear a question because, like, in one way, you know, I'm just a human being, and at the end of the day, I could be disappointed like every day, 100 times, and then we could start talk about all these different situations, and then from that perspective, I could only assume that my way is the right way.
Yeah.
Like, because then I will start pointing at other situations, you know.
Yeah.
And as you say, every time you point, there is like one finger pointing in that direction, and the
one is
other
pointing
finger
back,
in
right?
that.
Yeah.
So
it's a good one. Yeah. And then I feel there's also this whole thing. I think disappointment is one thing, and then you have like, I feel disappointment in other people is a different thing than disappointment in yourself. I feel that's also a complete separate block. Like, Yeah, you can be just like you said. You can be, if you want, you could be disappointed all the time. You could be disappointed of about your life every single day. Like, oh, I wish it was like that. Why don't I have a Ferrari? I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go out and you create drama in your life.
Yeah.
And the second you create drama, you don't need to be responsible, because now you are so angry.
Yeah.
Or now you are so sad, and and from that mental state, you will not solve anything, right?
Yeah.
It's okay, of course, to be there.
Yeah.
But you can't actually, solve anything in that state. So.
Yeah, that's true.